Hello and welcome to Wellbeing Café. Thank you so much for joining today for day 4 of our 30-day challenge in the Learn variation. We have 4 different variations of this challenge coming out in February, March, and April. We have the Learn, Integrate, Flow, and Explore variation. If you are interested in any of these variations, please check out the video above to see what they're all about. Once per week, we will have a Yin class. The main goal is to increase our mobility and flexibility in our deep connective tissues, our fascia, and our joints. And to do this, we will hold poses for an extended period of time, reaching our edge and relaxing into the pose. Yin classes are very intense to allow for better mobility and flexibility over time. For today's class, you may want to have a pillow or blanket and 2 blocks. Know that you can replace these with anything that do a similar thing, like maybe a book or something. And know that you also don't need to use props if you don't want to or if you don't have them around. That's perfectly all right. We'll go ahead and get started. Make your way into a comfortable seat, nice tall spine. Close down the eyes. We'll begin with 3-part breath, where we breathe into our belly, fill up to the ribs, and then all the way to the collarbones. Then we exhale from the collarbones all the way down to the belly. We'll start with a clearing breath. Deep inhale. Exhale completely. Inhale into the belly, ribs, collarbones. Exhale, collarbones, ribs, belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, collarbone. Exhale, collarbone, ribs, belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, collarbone. Exhale, collarbone, ribs, belly. Continue with 3 more rounds of 3-part breath at your own pace, taking as much time as you need to. The pace can be slower or faster than what. Once you've completed your 3rd round of breath, gently blink open the eyes and bring your hands behind your hips. Bring your feet slightly wider than your shoulders, knees up towards the sky, and allow the knees to fall left and then right. The hands can also be in fists if this feels more comfortable in your wrists. The next time your knees fall over to the right, keep them here. Shift your glutes so that both sits bones can touch the ground. And bring your legs in slightly. Flex through the feet as we set up here. An option to bring the soles of the feet closer to the body. This may decrease the stretch in the front leg and increase the inner thigh stretch on the left leg. An additional option to bring the legs out to 90 degrees. This may increase the stretch in your glute muscle and your piriformis, and you may feel different sensations in the back hip as well. Just notice how it feels in your body. And whenever you're ready, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold over top of the front leg. An option to bring your pillow underneath your chest to allow yourself to relax here. The blocks can also be used to support your forehead. Take your time setting up. If you notice that something doesn't quite feel right, adjust the feet. Maybe bring yourself higher or lower. Add or remove a prop. Allow your feet to relax. Remove tension from your entire body. Allow for intense sensations, but if you notice that they begin to cross the line into pain, then slowly lift up and modify the position. Maybe adding in another prop, readjusting the legs. the pose ever becomes too intense during our long holds, know that you have full permission on your mat to do what is best for you. So that may mean that you lift out of the pose early, and that is completely fine. Be exactly where you are today on your journey. There's no need to rush to reach the destination. If you notice that more space has opened up in your body and you would like to remove the prop, then go ahead and allow yourself to go deeper. Prepare your body to move from this pose. Deep inhale. Exhale, slowly lift out of the pose. Walk your hands back towards your torso. Lean into your hands as you bring the legs back towards center. You can also use the hands to support the legs as you bring them back. Readjust on your mat. Bring soles of the feet to the ground with knees towards the ceiling. And windshield wiper your knees side to side. Stay in any places that feel good in your body. Maybe as the knees fall down, you gaze over the opposite shoulder and breathe there. Allow these movements to feel good in your body with no tension and no effort put in. The next time your knees fall over to the left side, keep them here. And readjust your legs, noticing if it feels better to bring the feet closer to the body or to bring them outwards, more into a 90-90 variation. The sides will likely feel different in your body because our bodies are pretty asymmetrical, especially noticeable in the hips. So take your time setting up and finding a comfortable position. And whenever you're ready, taking your time, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold to your extent, meeting your edge of intensity. And then maybe adding in some extra support underneath the chest. Breathe into the tight spots in your body. Maybe here you invite ocean breath. This is an audible ocean-like breath in which you inhale, engage the whisper muscles at the back of your throat, and exhale audibly. If you're having trouble making this ocean-like sound, bring one of your hands in front of your mouth and pretend like you are fogging up a mirror. Deep inhale, and exhale, fog up the mirror. Now try this again, but this time close your mouth and see if you can make that same sound. This breath can be used to calm down the body, to calm the nervous system, to let our bodies know that we are safe here, that even though we are reaching an intense edge, that the muscles can relax, and then further the joints, connective tissues, and fascia can begin to open up. Prepare your body to move from the pose. Deep inhale. Exhale, slowly lift up. Walk the hands back towards the torso. Remove any props. Lean back into your glutes and place your hands behind your hips. Lift the legs up, maybe using your hand to help you get there. It's perfectly normal to feel pretty stiff after these postures. And take any movements that you need, maybe windshield wipering the legs side to side. An option to open and close the chest. Maybe roll out through the neck. And whenever you're ready, walk the feet forward slightly while keeping a deep bend in the knees. Come up onto the heels so that toes face towards the ceiling. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold over the legs, reach for the feet. And walk your glutes back to your extent. It's perfectly fine if your knees are very bent. You may like to have a pillow or something underneath your knees to support them. An additional option to place extra support underneath your chest. Just ensure that the knees don't hyperextend to protect the knee joint. Allow the feet to relax. Relax the weight of the head. And know that this posture, caterpillar pose, will look different for everyone. There's no aesthetic that we are trying to reach here. It is simply a sensation that we are trying to reach. And that means that a similar sensation can be felt in many different bodies, at many different depths. Seek for the sensation and allow yourself to let go of the aesthetic. If you feel a lot of openness in the hamstrings and the back of the legs, an additional option to bring the heels out wider and to allow your chest to rest between the knees. Breathe deeply here. Prepare your body to move from this pose. Inhale and exhale. Slowly lift up. Walk your hands back towards your torso and use your hands to rebend your knees. Take any movements that feel good, maybe returning to our windshield wipers. We're coming into seated cat-cows. Feel into your body and move in any ways that your body is asking you to. Oftentimes our bodies can tell us the best counter poses, the ones that we need in this exact moment. Whenever you're ready, make your way into tabletop position in any way that you'd like, maybe by bringing the feet down by the side, bringing your hands to the ground, and lifting up. Once you've arrived, take the knees out wide, and the big toes come to touch. An option to bring a blanket under the knees here if there is discomfort in the kneecaps. Inhale, lower the belly, raise the gaze. Exhale, ground back into child's pose. Hands walk forward, chest falls to the ground. An option to bring support underneath your chest or a block underneath your forehead. If there is additional discomfort in the knees, you can also place a pillow or blanket between the hamstrings and calves. Take your time settling in. Meet your edge. You may feel this stretch in the inner thighs, the lower back, and the shoulders. Yin yoga practice can feel somewhat counterintuitive, with the need to reach the intensity, to push our bodies to their limit, but also to relax at the same time. There's a quality of effort and ease where we give effort in allowing our edge to be met. Then we give ease in releasing. Notice where the balance comes for you between the effort and ease. Prepare your body to move from this pose. Deep inhale. Exhale, slowly lift up. Walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Shift the weight into the left hand. Inhale, right arm towards the sky. Exhale, thread the needle. Right arm behind the left hand. Bring the right shoulder close to the ground. Either keep the left hand right by your face, reach it towards the front of the mat, or go up and behind to settle in the right hip crease. Breathe in this pose and allow yourself to relax. Prepare your body to move from this pose. Deep inhale and exhale. Bring your left hand underneath your left shoulder. Shift back slightly into the hips and slowly lift out. The right arm reaches towards the sky and then lowers down underneath the shoulder. An option to move onto the toes here to relieve some pressure from the kneecaps, and to move in any other ways that feel good. Maybe you lift up to downward dog, or move through the spine. Whatever movements you take, just make sure that they don't take too much effort. And when you're ready, bring the knees out wide, big toes come to touch. Place the weight into the right hand. Inhale, left arm towards the sky. Exhale, thread the needle. The left ear comes towards the ground. You may need to readjust the width between your knees here to make it more or less comfortable on your kneecaps. And take any variation you would like with the right arm, maybe keeping it by your side or reaching towards the top of the mat, or coming into our half bind by reaching the right arm overhead, bending through the elbow, and placing the right hand in the left hip crease. The hand can also remain up here on the lower back. Just notice how the pose feels in all parts of your body. The knees, ankles, hips, shoulders, and if you're in the half bind, the elbow and the wrist. What are the qualities of the sensations? Are they gentle or intense or painful? If they are painful, adjust the pose, maybe lift out, add a prop or remove a prop. Prepare your body to move from the pose. Deep inhale, exhale. Bring your right hand underneath your right shoulder and slowly lift out of the pose, maybe walking your knees in slightly before you lift your left hand to the sky. Lower the left hand down and move in any ways that feel good in your body. Maybe going through cat-cows, or straightening through one leg, and then the other. Allow these movements to feel good and relaxing. Once you're ready, slowly lower down to your glutes. We have two options for our final resting pose. The first is to come into a comfortable seat, maybe placing a pillow or blanket underneath your glutes. And the second option is to come all the way down to your back into Savasana by planting your feet on the ground, knees towards the ceiling, reaching towards the front of your mat, then lowering down all the way to your back. In either pose, the hands can either come down to the sides, or one can be placed on the heart and the other on the belly. Bring gentle awareness to the space between the eyebrows. Release tension from this space. Awareness to the jaw. Release tension. The shoulders, elbows, and wrists. The chest, core, hips, thighs, calves, and feet. Bring gentle awareness to your entire body. Release tension. In this moment, allow yourself to just be. Stay here in Savasana or seated pose for as long as you would like. You can pause the video here if you'd like to continue, but if you're ready to come out, invite gentle movements into the fingers and toes. Gentle circles to the ankles and wrists. Reach the arms overhead for one last full body stretch. If you are in Savasana, bend through one knee and then the other, and slowly make your way to one side. And slowly, and as you are ready, lift up into a comfortable seated position. Inhale, arms overhead, palms come to touch. Exhale, lower the hands down to heart center. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere find peace and happiness, and might my words, thoughts, and actions create a space of peace and happiness for others. Lift the hands up to third eye center and bow towards one another to close off the practice. And whenever you're ready, slowly lift up. Blink open the eyes to take in the space around you. Thank you so much for joining for day 4 of our 30-day Learn Challenge. I hope you enjoyed. And if you like the class, please like the video, subscribe, leave us a comment below. We'd love to have you as a part of our Wellbeing Café community. And if you'd like to be notified about the rest of our 30-day challenge, go ahead and subscribe and turn on your notifications. We'd love to see you again for day 5. Thank you so much, and take care, friend.